Okay, in this video, I'm gonna use layer mask and paths to isolate or cut out in part of the image that I want to keep. In this part of the image, particular image, it's the Statue of Liberty. I'll go ahead and take this off a background, rename Liberty, and add a layer below so I can see what's been cut out. Fill it up with white. That's okay. Click back on my image. So there's multiple ways you can use. You use the pen tool, which shortcut is P, and you can draw points around the image. Obviously, you zoom in, get pretty accurate. In my case, I think there's a distinct background between the Statue of Liberty and the sky, so I'm going to use the quick selection tool, W for shortcut. I'm just going to click on the image. So this is the parts of the image, not on the arm, the parts of the image that I want to keep. Click on the head. Let's zoom in a bit so we can get the spikes in the head. As you can see, there's a little problem there, but we're gonna get rid of that. Zoom. We can click and drag all these parts of the image I want to keep. So once you've got a rough outline of what you want to keep, or you can hold down Alt, the parts you don't want to keep. So you've got a rough image, but as you can see, there's errors. So once I actually do my mask, it will keep parts of that blue sky. Let's fit the window and go down to the bottom right and then add my layer mask. The reason why I kept the white background so I can see parts which I don't want to keep, but as you can see, you got a pretty decent outline. So now in order to correct my mask, I'm going to use the brush tool. As you can see, B, bring up the brush tool, and in this box here is black and white. You can use X to switch them. This example what I do. The black part of the image will cut out parts of the image. Obviously, you don't want that. And then if you switch it to the white, it will reveal the mask, the parts behind the mask. We don't want that either. So what I'm going to do now is go to black because I want to get rid of these parts. You can zoom in. It gives you pretty good control. I want to make my brush size smaller. Space bar. So I can just quickly move around. And you see these parts here, make it a bit smaller. If I was to brush over it, it removes these parts that I don't want. So for example, let's go back to that blue area. Make the brush a bit bigger, just for now. Just get rid of these parts. Brush over it. Brush. It's not exactly brushing white. It's only revealing white because that's the color of layer 1, as you can see in the right panel. That's the background that's behind it, white. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. Let's get a bit closer and get a bit more in there. Let's quickly brush this off. And this is a good way of gaining control of your layer mask. So for example, if I was to go over the image that I want to keep, change it back to black, to white in this case, and you can cover it back. So you got pretty good control. Let's get rid of this a bit more. Hold down the space bar, draw up. Get rid of the sky. Command 0. Go back to the screen, and as you can see, you got it's all gone. The white, that blue bit's gone. Still see bits there. And the other part of it, so you can just make the brush a bit bigger. And you can just paint over it. Obviously, I've done a bit too much there, so I'm going to change it to black and draw. And as you can see, this is the parts I'm going to keep. This is the path that's been cut out. So that's my layer mask. Isolated my Statue of Liberty. So now, if I do want to change this color, the background, let's say edit fill, just to show you that it wasn't painting white over the blue sky. Let's say black, put on a black background. Now you see statue